Elite Facts presents...
Warning, these 7 animals are the most deadly animals in the world.
7.
Tsetse fly. Possibly the smallest killer on this list, we have the tsetse fly. Often regarded as the world's most dangerous fly, the tsetse fly measures between 8 to 17 millimeters. So small that it can commonly be mistaken as an average housefly. The tsetse fly is commonly found in 36 sub-Saharan countries, especially those in the center of the continent, including the Sudan, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Angola. While the flies themselves are nasty, blood-sucking nuisances that usually feed during the hottest of hours during the day, their true terror lies in the protozoan parasites they spread, known as trypanosomes. These microscopic pathogens are the causative agent of African sleeping sickness, a disease marked by neurological and meningoencephalic symptoms, including drastic changes in a person's behavior, poor hand and eye coordination, and as you'd probably expect given the disease's name, it completely messes with the person's sleep pattern and can cause death if left untreated. While there are currently no vaccines or medications available to prevent infection, methods of protection include wearing neutral-colored clothing. This is helpful because the tsetse fly is attracted to bright and dark colors, especially the color blue, avoiding bushes during the day, and using permethrin-treated gear in more remote areas.
6.
Cone snail. If you followed this channel long enough, you'll know that the cone snail ended up on our list based on small yet deadly animals. Well, did you know that the cone snail is actually one of the most dangerous animals to humans? Cone snails are commonly found in the warm waters near and around the equator. Think the Caribbean, Hawaii, and Indonesia. These creatures, instantly recognizable for their highly prized brown and white marble shells, can be seen in shallow depths closer to shore, near coral reefs and rock formations, and beneath sandy shoals. As beautiful and as rare as their shells are, we wouldn't even think about touching the 4 to 6 inch long gastropods. Their concealed harpoon-like teeth contain a complex venom known as a conotoxin, making them one of the most venomous species of snails. If you're one of the unlucky people to suffer the fate of becoming one of the handful of people ever stung, head to the emergency room immediately. As there is no anti-venom, you may want to go to church and confess your sins or whatever way to get rid of any bad karma you have lingering on you, because that is incredibly unfortunate. The toxin, which stops nerve cells from communicating with one another, can not only cause paralysis within moments, but per its nickname of cigarette snail, you have about enough time to smoke a stick before dying.
5.
Box jellyfish. I mean, of course a creature from Australia is going to pop up on this list. Lovely country, but goddamn, do you guys have some scary and dangerous creatures. Anyway, box jellyfish are often found floating in the Indo-Pacific waters north of Australia. These transparent, nearly invisible invertebrates are considered by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration as the most venomous marine animal in the world. Their name comes from the cubic frames containing up to 15 tentacles at the corners, with each growing as much as 10 feet long, all lined with thousands of stinging cells, known as nematocysts, that contain dangerous toxins that directly attack the heart, nervous system, and skin cells. While antivenoms do exist, the venom is extremely potent and overwhelming, to the point that hundreds of the many human victims reported fatal encounters each year. Symptoms of these attacks include the victim going into shock and drowning or dying of heart failure before reaching shore.
4.
Black mamba. No, we're not talking about the bride from Kill Bill, although she is pretty deadly to other humans. Though species like the boomslang or the king cobra are dangerous thanks to their respective poisons, the black mamba is especially deadly due to its speed. Found in the savannas and rocky areas of southern and eastern Africa, the species, which can grow up to 14 feet long, is the fastest of all snakes, slithering at speeds of up to 12.5 miles per hour, which makes escaping one in remote areas that much more difficult. Thankfully, black mambas only strike when they feel threatened or feel like they're in danger. When they do strike, however, they'll bite repeatedly, delivering enough venom, a blend of neuro and cardiotoxins, in a single bite to kill 10 people. And if one doesn't receive the correlative antivenom within 20 minutes, the bites are almost 100% fatal.
3.
Mosquitoes. This is probably one of the more common animals we've all come in contact with. The mosquito comes in at just 3 millimeters at their smallest. This means that the common mosquito is even deadlier than the tsetse fly. Now, the reason this small insect ranks so high on this list is because of the sheer amount of deaths each year attributed to the various pathogens carried by several of the more than 3,000 species around the world. Again, it must be stressed that mosquitoes are probably one of the most commonly encountered creatures on this list, as they are found in every region of the planet except for Antarctica. These annoying insects are the primary vectors of diseases such as malaria, chikungunya, encephalitis, elephantiasis, yellow fever, dengue fever, West Nile virus, and the Zika virus, which collectively afflict an estimated 700 million and kill roughly 725,000 people each year. As the World Health Organization notes, more than half of the human population is currently at risk from mosquito-borne diseases. Given that these annoying little buggers are attracted to our body temperatures and the CO2 we exhale, our best tools to prevent infection lie in the usage of insect repellents high in active ingredients.
2,
Hippopotamus. Yeah, you know those adorable, docile-looking creatures you see in Disney cartoons that look incredibly harmless? Yeah, the ones in the ballerina costumes. Yeah, they'll literally mess your day up in an instant. These water-going mammals are actually very vicious when provoked, marking territory, or defending their young. Initially thought of as vegetarians, scientists were shocked to see them munch on meat when the situation was dire. On top of this, researchers have also filmed a hippo eating a freaking crocodile that was killed during a territorial dispute, and also another one feasting on an antelope stolen away from a crocodile. So yeah, it turns out hippos have quite the appetite. Hippos have huge incisors that can completely rip through other animals and humans. While they are bred for the water, they have no problems on land and have been known to run up to 30 miles per hour pursuing enemies, even outrunning humans. What makes these creatures even scarier is that they can grow up to weigh around 3 tons. Can you imagine that? A 3-ton beast chasing you down a road just to get a chomp out of you. It's quite terrifying when you really take the time to think about it. In Africa, it's estimated that some 2,900 people a year are killed by hippos.
1,
Bears. I mean, it was kind of obvious, right? We could have gone the philosophical route and said that humans were the most dangerous animals to humans, but we thought let's just keep it to dangerous animals in the wild. Bears are probably the most obvious example. Just because it's obvious, however, it doesn't make them any less dangerous than what they really are. There are only 8 species of bears in the world, and all of them can kill humans. Forget the cuddly teddy bears you used to have as a child. Real bears are huge hulks of muscle, teeth, and claws. They can run fast and have surprised many campers because they can climb up trees fast too. Bears do not go out of their way to attack humans as they're territorial creatures. However, that doesn't mean they won't think twice about taking a swing at a human and taking half of their face off just because they set foot on their territory or threatened their young. An average of 5 to 10 people a year are killed in encounters with bears.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.